Yes, lads, how's it going? Danny here. Welcome back to another video on the channel. I hope you're all doing well. In today's video, what I have got for you is the team of the season so far. I don't know, I'm going to have to say that because that's what EA have stupidly called it, in my opinion. However, in today's video, what I've got is the team of the season so far community predictions. That was a mouthful. I'm going to say just before we get into the video, as you see, I'm getting straight into it. Normally I do like a nice little intro or whatever. I'm getting straight into it, straight into business. However, what I will have to clarify is this is based on the FIFA community, okay? I posted this on Twitter, which obviously if you don't follow it, you see it on the bottom left, Danny Aaron's foot. Basically, I got so many comments just saying, why, this guy doesn't deserve it, he don't deserve it, this guy don't deserve it. This is a FIFA community vote. People are going to vote for who they want to use in FIFA. That's just the reality, okay? So you'll see a couple players that don't deserve it. I mean, obviously the thumbnail had Felix Anderson. I think he scored like 1 goal in 20 games or something like that. It's the FIFA community, okay? We're not voting for who deserves it. We don't do that, okay? So without further ado, hit the subscribe button and leave a like. I do these types of videos every single promo. And yeah, hopefully you lot enjoy it. So in first, should I say, we have David. David, I'm not too sure. To be honest, I was surprised he didn't get a future star card. I saw a lot of people saying he should have got a future stars card. However, he is in the vote. I can't really comment too much on him. I don't really watch him play, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, what I've done for this prediction is kind of just seen, the general, community on Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, everything, of what they're voting. And I've kind of just tried to make the best possible one with all the votes, if that makes sense. So yeah, David, I saw quite a lot of. I'm not sure how usable the card would be. I'm not too sure. It looks like a decent card, maybe a super sub. Probably not going in many teams at this stage, but we'll move on. I mean, obviously you can see the first 5. I like doing it like this so you can, look at the next ones before. Anyway, Camavinga, is that how you say it? This guy is an unreal talent. I've got a mate that loves him a lot. He swears by him. Like, he generally thinks he's like the next Vieira, even better. So yeah, Camavinga. I apologise if I'm saying that wrong. It looks like a decent card. He is a silver, I believe, either 72 or 74 rated. So I mean, it's a big boost, from 70 rated to 80, 86. However, it's a decent card. Definitely usable. But Liga 1 have a lot of French centre mids. They have like Cyprian, Bakayoko. They've got quite a lot in the game. So I'm not sure how many people will use him. But it looks like a decent card. Not a bad card to get. Potentially red. Or he probably wouldn't be too much on the market. So you could pick him up. This card I'm excited about. If you done his Footmas, respect to you. I done him, I believe it was, the 3rd day, maybe earlier. I don't think it was any later than that. And he was unreal. The 5-star weak foot, I love a 5-star weak foot. And yeah, this would be a nice card, man. Great pace, decent shooting, great dribbling. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills. It's a generally great card. Left wings in the Ligue 1, they're not exactly short of, but hey, it's a bit of fun. Obviously, a Nigerian, so any Nigerians out there, great card. I mean, he's probably better than JJ Okocha. I don't know. I mean, usability, I think he's probably better than JJ Okocha, to be completely honest with you. Next up, we've got Bentancur. I think that's how you say it. A Piemonte Calcio player. He looks decent. Syria have a lot of midfielders, so I doubt this guy will get used too much. It's a good link to Ronaldo, or just, any Juventus player, really. I doubt many people use him. You've got Nine Galan. Mate, there's loads of Syria mids. I don't have to sit there and tell you. We'll move on. This card, I believe he had a future star last year, and he was so good. Obviously, the meta last year was just crossing. So he was like, I think he's like 6 foot odd with like 90 jumping. So he was insanely meta last year. He looks like a decent card this year. I don't think the agility is there, so he's not going to be great this year. But it's a decent card. We're obviously going from the bottom to the top. So this is the reserves. We get onto the subs and then obviously the starting 11. So the cards will get better as the video progresses. But yeah, it's a decent card. Nothing really more to say than that. We'll move on to the substitutes now. We'll start with Gomis. I think that's how you say it. Again, a decent card. I mean, France are very much not lacking in strikers. I could make this video 10 minutes long just naming French strikers. We're not going to do that, okay? So yeah, Gomez is decent. I remember last year, I believe he was an objective, and I'd done him, and he was awful, and I put him in SBC. So, I mean, good shooting, I suppose. Good target man, maybe, but again, not many people use him. There are quite a lot of French strikers. I won't name them. Kabak is an interesting one. I didn't really know what to do with this card, to be completely honest with you. He has a future star card that is 88 rated. Now, do I go from that, or do I go... I don't really know. So I've just kind of gave him like +1s from the future star card. I don't take these ratings and stats like realistically. I've tried to be realistic, but there's only so much I can do, to be honest with you. So I don't know. He might be a lot higher rated. He might be the same. I don't know. I've just gone for 89. You know, middle ground. +1 to his future star card. I don't know, to be honest with you. This could go either way. This is a card that looks insane. I believe it's Frank Fabra. I used him. I can't remember what FIFA. He had an inform card, and he was just rapid, which is all you needed back then. And I mean, this card looks surreal. Basically maxed out pace. The physical's there, the defender's there. This card looks great. If you can link him to, I'm not sure how, maybe a strong link with the CONMEBOL, I think it's how you say, Tevez. A phenomenal card if you can link him. Obviously, you've got icons, centre-back, centre-mids. I wouldn't mind getting this red, to be completely honest with you. Next up is Trippier. I believe this guy deserves it. I don't know, man. I think it's a good card. To be like looking at the card, he kind of looks like a great like CDM. I don't know what his work rates are, but like, I mean, look at the passing. I like a fullback that can pass, and with these team of the season cards, they're obviously going to get good boosts all around, so their passing is going to go up a lot. I don't know. Am I the only one? I notice the passing boost a lot in fullbacks. Like the team of the year is one thing for me. That's, you know, makes him worth it is the passing boost. It makes him a different player. I suppose I like to pass, so that's probably why. But yeah, Trippier, another English fullback in Ben Chilwell. Again, I don't think there's any argument here. I think he deserves it. Again, looks like a very, very decent card. There are quite a lot of Prem left backs. I don't know if you're... It would make a good objective, to be fair. I believe last year we got a Team of the Season Digne objective, so hey, do another Prem left back objective. I don't know. We'll move on to a card that I'm quite excited about, and you might be saying why? It's just Rafa. He strong links to the flashback to Wrapped, which I'd done, and I assume quite a bit of you done because he was pretty good value. I think he was like 30k, which is stupid for that card. He strong links to that flashback to Wrapped, and he looks decent. The shooting is very low. I mean, for a team of the season left mid, you know, he's got the shooting of a potential left back, you know, so it is a little bit dodgy. But I mean, he's got pace and dribbling, which is all you need this FIFA, right? We'll move on to Galashki. Now, I think, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Galashki, I'm not too sure. He deserves it, in my opinion. I did have Leno here, but then I found out on Twitter that there's a rule that you can only have five players per league. So I had Leno, but there was also another 5, so I had 6 overall. However, to be honest with you, I think I know Galashki deserves it more than Leno. It's just what the community will vote. That's what it's based off. That's what you got to remember. Galashki, in my opinion, 100% deserves it more, but you got to think it's what the community will vote for. So I've gone for Galashki. Leno could be there. No worries about that. It will be quite close in my opinion. But yeah, Galashki. I tried these. Now I can't remember what card it was. I believe it was a man of the match, something like that, and he was great. So yeah, no dramas there. Finally, getting on to the starting 11. It's pretty self-explanatory in my opinion. I don't think any of these are, to an extent, arguable. I think Courtois should get it, to be honest with you. He's had a phenomenal season. He had quite a poor start, but he's been great this year. So, you know what? Courtois deserves it, in my opinion. We'll move on. Now, this is an interesting one. If you're, I don't know what the word is, but basically, he is position changed. I've position changed him. He is, in the vote, a centre-back, but I went on a couple websites, and he's played right back and right mid a lot more than he's played centre back this season. I believe Leipzig play an almost three at the back, if you get me. So he's kind of like a right centre back, if that makes sense. But he's more of a right back than a centre back. So I've gone for right back, but he could obviously be a centre back. That's just me trying to be a little bit extra, if you will. He could be a centre back. If EA were to be a little bit more realistic, he would be a right back. But let's be fair, EA don't really check these things. So don't be surprised if he's a centre back. And don't be surprised if he is insane, because that card, look at that card. As a right back, insane. As a centre back, he's insane. So I'd almost prefer if he was a right back, to be honest with you, because then he'd probably be cheaper. And just play him on 7 chem. You won't notice a difference, in my opinion. We have PK here. Now, I got quite a lot of disagreements on Twitter with this. They thought I needed to boost the pace up a little bit more. As I said, don't really look at the stats too much. It's more of just like a basis, to get an idea. You could up the pace a lot more, but I don't think EA will be that generous. I think the team, the Scream SBC, will be better than his team this season if he gets in. Now, this is a centre-back that's quite the opposite of PK. 91 pace instead of 65, and this would be a great card. Who done the road to the final? Let me know in the comment section down below, because I haven't really come against the road to the final, to be honest. I probably came against it a couple times, but I'll be honest, I haven't really came against the road to the final. But yeah, I mean, 91 pace for a centre-back is just stupid. And obviously good defending and good physical. To be fair, good passing and dribbling for a centre-back as well. He's basically a perfect centre-back. He's strong links to a lot of good players, Van Dijk being one of them. So it's a very, very nice card, in my opinion. We'll move over to a Grimaldo, the second Benfica player on this list. The first being Rafa on the bench. And he looks phenomenal. Now, I believe last year, or maybe... No, it probably was last year. He had a few... What was it? I'm probably saying something wrong here. He had a boosted card. I believe it was a Future Star card, maybe. I don't know. It was just basically a boosted card. He was like 87 rated, and he was in my team for quite a lot of time. He got the nice little Spanish links. Back in 19, the Sergio Ramos was overpowered. So yeah, strong soft linked him to Sergio Ramos, and he was phenomenal. So expect this card to be very good if he gets in it. Casemiro is, in my opinion, set in stone. I don't think anyone can argue that, maybe. I don't know. And looks like a very, very nice card. I believe he's got quite bad agility and balance, and obviously the pace. So I've bumped up the pace quite a bit, which he needs, in my opinion. So it looks like a great card. Now we move on to the last players. It's mainly midfielders and attackers. Let's get into it. We'll start off with Thiago. Quite not bad card, just quite average. I mean, you see a 92 rating, and yeah, he is quite average. He's got 5-star skills. He's got the passing. He's got the dribbling. And apart from that, I don't know. I wouldn't be against having this as an objective card, because it's one of them cards that are good, but you wouldn't really necessarily want to pay for it, if you get me. So I'd love an objective card for Thiago. I think that would be quite well. Another Bundesliga player. I was about to say another Dortmund player. In Julian Brandt. Again, I keep mentioning old cards. I'm sorry, but it's just a habit. His player of the month last year was surreal for me. He felt so good on the ball for someone that was quite tall. With he had good agility, but not great agility. And oh my life, this card last year was great. So I haven't actually used him this year because he hasn't had any specials. So I'd like to see this card. He just basically looks like a Marco Reus, but literally nothing. He literally just looks like Marco Reus, stats wise. So, and obviously club and nation. So yeah, we'll move on to probably the one that least deserves a team in the season, but will 100% get in, which is Felipe Anderson. Honestly, not a clue why EA have included Felipe Anderson in this. I don't know why. He scored 2 goals, in 22 games. It is what it is. He's going to get one. You include someone like that in a voting, he's going to win. So, yeah, Felipe Anderson, he looks like a phenomenal card, but he just does not deserve one, in my opinion. We move on to the best card, in my opinion, stats-wise. Obviously, rating-wise, he's tied best. But in my opinion, probably the best card in this team of season. The ones you're going to be wanting in your red picks is Wilfried Zaha. He very well could be left wing, but I've just gone centre forward. He could be a left wing. There are quite a lot of left wings, left mids in this, so I have just gone centre forward. And look, I mean, I don't even have to tell you about this card. Play him centre forward, striker, left wing, right wing, cam. Play him CDM, I don't care. He just looks incredible. He's obviously got maxed out pace. He just looks phenomenal. 5-star skills. Just looks like a complete card, man. If he had a better week for it, he'd be endgame, in my opinion. We'll end the video on a 5-star Nanny. Now, this would be a great card. I can see him, if he doesn't get in, getting a flashback SBC potentially. It looks like a fantastic card. Play in middle cam in a 4-2-3-1, 4-1-2-1-2. With that 5-star, he would just play phenomenal. That is going to be the end of the video. I felt like I've been talking for a solid hour. It obviously isn't, but yeah, hopefully you lot enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section down below who I missed, who I should have put in. Potentially who I got wrong. Do you think someone doesn't deserve it or whatever like that? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'll be happy to have a discussion with you lot and see what you guys think. So thanks everyone so much for watching. Leave a like, hit the subscribe button if you're new, and I'll see you all again soon. Peace.